got overlays everywhere. I'm gonna have, I've got the overlay in the middle for streaming, and then I've got the overlay on the right for knowing who's talking, which really I don't need, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the one who's not you.
Pretty much.
So we are back with part 4 of the probably slowest Destiny playthrough in the world, but honestly, there it's true, but you know, the speedrun market is cornered. That's done. I missed that opportunity. The knowledge dropping market cornered. Missed that opportunity. What I can bring to the world is tiny strange Australian children I found on the street.
Please don't say it like that. That is so terrible. You're gonna be put on the register.
Oh, okay. No. I don't kidnap tiny Australian children, but I did meet Peach here when he was like 17, and that was alarming.
She was very, very wary.
Yeah. I remember like shooing him out of the party one time when we were trying to like talk about adult topics. I'm like.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you really?
I think we like cut you out. No, I wasn't. But I think someone was trying to discuss like pornography, and I was like, I don't even know if he could legally watch it in his country. Like, wait until he's gone.
It's so terrible. So bad. Makes me feel sad.
I don't know. You know, I was just trying to look out for your young mind, but it's fine. You're 19 now, 20, 34. What you at?
No, not 34. 20 next month. So 19.
20 next month. See, he's like an actual like near adult. It's actual near adult. End of the teen years.
Classified as adult in Australia.
I will feel so much better about our friendship once you're in your 20s. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, so next month I'm gonna come to you and say,
no,
hey, how
done.
much better do you feel?
Come how? Do not show up at my doorstep. You are
no,
not
no.
Jesus.
Jesus, that would require a level of stalking that I'm not capable of.
You know, I've heard that before. But yeah, so in case you can't tell,
well, I'm probably capable of, but I wouldn't do it.
Well, we're friends on Facebook too. You can find me a little easier at this point.
Yeah, true. That's right.
Yeah, I realized after this Australian wandered into my life via Xbox and managed not to murder me for 2 years. I friended him on Facebook, which so far not resulted in my murdering. So yeah, not going for you.
Not yet.
Not yet. Give it time. So yeah. So if any of you have watched any of the previous videos, you have seen many of my friends in my current clan hero squad. Peach Hero actually predates all of them and was one of my first Destiny friends. I got into online gaming via Borderlands. That was actually the first FPS I played, and the first like multiplayer. Well, no, the first FPS I played was actually BioShock Infinite, and was kind of addicted.
Nice.
I know. I'm actually replaying it now on the PC a bit. Just kind of like play with a different feel, but that game will always be one of my favorites. But I played a lot of Borderlands and.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
What?
Sorry. My emote. I was gonna salute you, but I've got cry emote on.
Oh Jesus, that sounds about right. So I made a bunch of friends in Borderlands, and then we all kind of migrated over to Destiny. Ironically, all of these folks, I'm in my 30s, so I'm a bit of an old schooler in terms of age in Xbox, I feel like. So the initial folks that I met through Borderlands were all like 22, 23, but exceptionally immature 22 and 23 year olds. and I couldn't quite handle their high school was fun, except not the first time, and I wasn't really looking for a reviz. But one time, one of them brought in one of our mutual friends brought in 2 people into a raid once. One was an insane little 12-year-old.
This is not the right way.
And this is the one I got stuck with. This is what I kept. Yeah, one was an insane little 12-year-old, and the other one was this 17-year-old who was somehow more mature than the mid-20-year-olds. So he has stuck through and has been my Destiny buddy since even before I was clanned up. Well, hey, should we tell the story of your insane your actual child friend? You met him.
Wait, which one?
I don't want to even say his name because he's still only like 15.
Yes.
I will end up on a watch list for disparaging like an actual minor or something. But yeah, he was a typical little Xbox kid. Yeah, they met through like what, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's not me snarking on Call of Duty. It's like literally no, they met through Call of Duty. We're back in the game.
It was not the proudest boosting that I've ever done.
We'll get to that.
That too.
But yeah, the 12-year-old was snide. He was a bit much to take in after an entire night of him just being a bit awful in the raid, just like
being
yelling
12.
at people, being 12. I'm not a mother. I'm an only child. I haven't really had to be around a lot of young kids in my life. You know, I'm at the age now. My friends are starting to have babies, but my friends' babies are adorable and, you know, generally raised well, and also not 12 yet, so maybe they'll all be terrible in like 10 years. But after getting snarked at by this child for an entire evening, at one point I lost my cool and was just like, what the fuck, kid, would you get like some chill, god damn it. And this tiny little 12-year-old goes, that's a nice way to talk to a 12-year-old lady. And I
That's right.
I felt bad.
Remember that.
I felt bad. I questioned my life choices. I question my life choices because I'm sitting here going, I'm in my 30s and I'm like yelling at a 12-year-old over a video game. Where have I gone so wrong in my life that this is what I'm doing? And just as the regret was welling up in my heart, he said, "You're such a fucking cunt." And I was like, whoa! Whoa! Do not try to make me feel bad for yelling at you because you're 12 and then use like an NC-17 word. Jesus, it was so unexpected. So I felt less bad about having snapped at him, but not much better about my place in life. So I stopped playing with 12-year-olds, and I stopped playing with 20-year-olds. Most of the people in my clan are in their 30s, and the ones who are not are just preternaturally, like, mature in ways that also make me regretful for how I spent my 20s. And then Peach. We kept Peach. Peach is cool. So, yeah. You've been living this insane Destiny life with me since. You have not brought any more weird little kids into my life. The friend
you do all the weirdness that I need.
Thanks. The friend who I met him through had a particular tendency, because I think this friend was a bit immature. This was a girl. She was in her mid-20s, but for some reason was always just like playing with like 12-year-old boys, I guess, because they're a little malleable at that age, not in a predatory way, but in more like
shudder to think what
like she would like
Do shit for me way.
do shit for me. Like literally, she would set up like Minecraft farms and like have like the fields being worked. Oh my god! Yeah, no, she was really into Minecraft. she would, I like popped into her server once, and there were like 4 or 5 like very like younger aged teenage boys. Like these weren't like 17 or 18 year olds. They were definitely like in the 12 to 14 range, all just like working her farm, like picking her carrots and feeding her sheep.
Oh my god! I never knew that.
Oh my god, yeah! No, well, I was gonna say if she could find a way to make them do Destiny work for her, but yeah, when she started playing Destiny, then she would just like have them carry her through raids and other things. It was just she had a system. She had a system.
And it worked well.
It worked well. Well, it bothered me because it's not always easy being a female gamer. I probably would have joined online gaming sooner than I did, but just as I was getting into video games, Gamergate became a thing, and I went, oh, no, none of that. That all looks upsetting and terrible, and I don't want any part of that. So I avoided video games, and then even when I stopped avoiding video games, I started avoiding online, and even when I stopped avoiding online, I kept avoiding revealing that I was a girl until I got to know people. Like, I just wouldn't talk. So it's already hard, and then you get girls like her who are just like living the stereotype of like, oh yeah, well, the girls are here doing gaming just to like steal our like life essence as gamers or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying it was not a good look for her to be like getting a bunch of impressionable young boys to do her bidding. It was not a good use of it was bad.
But it wasn't a good one, but it was an effective one.
It was an effective one, which brings me to my next point. So Peach and I knew each other. Where I really bonded. I in Destiny 1, like I didn't start playing the base game. Peach and I both started playing right at the beginning of House of Wolves. Well, I started 2 weeks before House of Wolves. Ooh, so I'm technically a dark below. But even though
I got it the day of House of Wolves.
Yeah, well, and meanwhile, I didn't even set foot into Crota's End until like House of Wolves been out for weeks, so I don't really think that makes me a dark below player, but I'll milk it for all of those 2 weeks. But but still, so exotics were a little more hit or miss back in those days. Like, they became way more plentiful with the Taken King. I had just shit luck. I couldn't get anything to drop. When I did get okay, my first Destiny exotic was Dragon's Breath.
Which back then was terrible.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
isn't that great now?
Well, let me put it this way. At that time, it was not the solar rocket launcher my heart dreamed of.
No.
Our little friend with her, like farm hands, her underage farm hands, she got the Gallarhorn as her first exotic.
Oh, ouch.
Because of course she did, and I pulled Dragon's Breath. This was when my first exotic, everybody's first exotic, well, everyone who started at that point, our first exotics all came from the Prison of Elders chest. So she pulls Gallarhorn. She goes, "What did you get?" I was like, "I get the other one." The
one that's not as great in any way whatsoever, but yay.
I will give Bungie credit. They made Dragon's Breath pretty great. They didn't make great as my navigation. Where are you? Or how do I get where you are?
Walk outside and follow the dot, basically.
Outside, you say? But anyway, so it had been a long time coming until I would get an exotic that I really wanted. But finally, fate smiled upon me and gave me the Thorn Quest. At the time, it gave it to me on my Hunter, and there was no Night Stalker class yet, so for those who never had to do the original Thorn Quest in Destiny, the way you had to do it was
a pain in the ass.
It was bad, it was rough. the original Thorn quest required you to get more kills than you getting killed in Crucible, and the kills had to be done with a void source. Now, here were some of the issues I had with that. I'm not great at PvP. I've gotten better. At that juncture, I was terrible. Now I'm middling. I've worked my way up to middling, I'll say. Middle of the pack, I'm fine. But at that time, I was, actually, atrocious. So already, the KD ratio is a problem for me.
Because it was 3 points for every kill and 1 point lost for every death.
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was 3 and 2, maybe.
It might have been 3 and 2. Yeah.
It was rough. It was rough. It was rough. It was rough. So already I have trouble with KD. Already a problem. I get the quest that was non-transferable between characters. I get it on the Hunter, which at that time did not have a Void subclass, so I couldn't even use grenades or abilities. I was stuck only with guns, and I get most of my kills through abilities. And I had not completed Vault of Glass or Crota's End hard yet, so I didn't have any or I hadn't completed Skolas either, so I didn't have any Void primaries. As a result, I'm running around trying to get all these Void kills using only one Void rocket launcher and a Void fusion rifle. Now, I eventually got very good at the fusion rifle and maybe would have been able to wreck shop, but at that point, I didn't even know how to use a fusion rifle, so I was tearing my hair out because I was like, this is the only fucking exotic I could even get that isn't this stupid rocket. For the love of God. And so Peach here kindly offered to be my target.
Boosting is not something that's foreign to me, so I was very good at it. At standing there and getting shot.
He comes from Call of Duty. So
that's all that needs to be said.
It did work great. It did work great. We finally found, what we had to do was basically just keep loading in and finding the right map, and then once we found a map where we knew there was a place he could hide or I could hide. I think it worked best when I hid.
Yes,
right?
it did.
And you would just come to me.
Yeah, so I knew the
once,
map better at that point.
Yeah, but also that just was me less out in the open, losing
in
points
places
by
where you could get shot. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So after lots and lots of hair tearing and shit, I finally got it after 2 matches, and I was happy as can be. And then why don't you tell me? Why don't you pick up what you thought had happened after you had gone through all the trouble of boosting me for the Thorn?
Well, basically, what happened was we'd finished it, and she'd gotten the Thorn, and then I think there was a day or 2 between, and then I went to meet up with you again and invite you into my game, but you weren't on my friends list. So, me being the jump to conclusions sort of guy that I was / am, I thought, oh, okay, so what she's done is used me for the last however many months it was. Was it 2?
We have been friends. For
1 or
2
2
months at that point.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh wait, that dude just totally ran off the edge. I'm like, oh okay, so she's just used me for the last 2 months and then gotten her Thorn quest and left. And then once I figured that out, and she said, oh no, it must have been Xbox. About a couple days later, the exact same thing happened again. It did not show up on my friends list, so I'm like, alright. And it happened the following one more time.
Here's when it happened. The following time was I was like, hey Peach, I got another exotic quest. What was it? It was the shotgun, Invective. I was like, hey, I got another exotic quest that requires me to not die. It doesn't require as much as the other, but if I could shoot you a bunch, that'd be cool. So I did that. And then that was when the Xbox malfunctioned again and unfriended me again. And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
And at that point, well, at that point, what I had to point out to Peach, I was like, "Dude, I'm a girl on Xbox," and I think now you understand now that you know about our little friend's like farmhand situation.
Yeah.
What I said to him, I said, "I'm a girl on Xbox. If I'm so manipulative of a girl that I'm totally going to manipulate guys into doing my hard work, I don't need to like groom you for 2 months and win your trust. I just have to find the nearest desperate 12-year-old and go, I have boobs. You will never see them, but still do this."
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I approve of anybody doing that. Do not manipulate people. I'm not a fan of that. But if I was going, like, I don't know what insulted me more, the idea that I was being accused of manipulation or the idea that I was, like, being accused of, like, such an ineffective, like, sloppy, like, long form of manipulation. Like, either you think I'm a manipulative asshole, like, fine, think I'm a manipulative asshole, but at least think that I'm, like, a devious one who would just, like, zip in and out. Like, don't think I'm a terrible one.
Oh, I was gonna res you.
It didn't even give me a chance. I fell into some kind of death pit, and now I don't know how to get back down there.
I will come
Everything
and
looks like a
get
door.
you.
Yeah, I spent a lot of my time being led around by my 12-year-old, 17-year-old Australian. Yeah, I just demoted you, like,
19.
many years. 19.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, again, really, I don't approve of manipulating people to help you, but if you
If it
need
works,
to,
then...
well, no, that's not where I was going with that sentence. What I was just saying is, like, mostly nobody's going to, like, go for the long con in terms of Xbox shenanigans. That was funny because initially we were playing with two other guys who had been playing Destiny since the beta, and they were don't get me wrong, those guys are very good players. They could each of them could solo Skolas back when when it first launched, and it was like actually really fucking hard. They could
Without
solo
swords. Without swords.
Oh yeah, no tricks, no manipulations, just, you know, sheer force of will. They could solo or duo. They usually duoed. They duoed like Crota's End all the time.
Once a week, every week on each character.
Yeah. Like, I think that they could even solo, but they just liked running together, so they generally duoed. So, that was at a time when we didn't have an active clan, and we didn't know what we were doing, and we didn't know what LFG was. And they, basically, how they treated it was like, well, we're gonna run this with the two of us anyway. It's basically the equivalent of going like, hey, me and my friend are driving down to the shore anyway. However many people can fit in the car are welcome to come. Like, we're going anyway. It was like, it's like, yeah, we're doing this raid anyway. We can take up to 4 more people, so feel free to hop along.
Free carries.
So we would get the equipment, but we wouldn't fucking know what to do. I had probably done Crota's End on hard 4 or 5 times. Oh, so what would happen is I would die and be like, oh, like, no, doesn't matter. Shut up. Like, oh, okay. But should I, what do you want, what do you need me to, nothing, just shut up. Okay, but what do I need, just die. Can you just die and sit in a corner?
This is so accurate.
Didn't really do much to teach us the mechanics of the game. So when I found my current clan, it was actually really great because we have some really amazing Sherpas who were great at that time about taking people under their wings and being like, well, here, we're not just gonna carry you, we're gonna teach you how to do it. Even like what a lot of the Sherpas would do is like, oh hey, who here has never run sword? Like, you're gonna run sword. Like,
up here.
oh, yep, well, I realized that too late. I was
Yeah.
I really thought I could... It was one of those things where I had committed. I had committed and there was no going back.
Well, there's a barrier there.
Now where?
Down.
Okay.
I wanted to see if I could jump on the red pylon.
The pylon looks very jump-onable, right?
Whoops. Sorry. But yeah, go in the door there. You know where to go.
That one. That one.
No, here. I accidentally rezzed myself.
Oh.
This door. This door. Yeah, that's just not easier, apparently.
We're very good at this. But yeah, so anyway, a lot of the clan was like really good about actually teaching the mechanics, even teaching the lore, and that was something that as I got better at the game, I really took to heart in trying to pay back. So I've actually run a lot of Sherpas for the raids because I just enjoy it. It's nice having had such a shitty experience myself of just sit there and die, you'll get the loot. Absolute fucking misery. It was nice to be able to be in a position to, teach people the cool secrets and tricks and show people how to use the relics and stuff. So that's something I always took very seriously. No, I'm anti-cheese. You come on, me. I'm so anti-cheese.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess so.
No! Was that? No.
Nah. Maybe.
No.
Sounds like her.
No. The return of Omni bitch. Oh. No! Jesus. Oh, God. Hey, are Bones of EO back in this game yet?
No, but triple jumpers.
Well, yeah, I have that. I want quadruple jump. I want all the jumps. I'm very bad at jumping. I'm glad mantling is back.
I think there is a.
In.
Oh yeah, he's in. Yeah, I think there is a Bones of Air, but I don't know and I don't have it, so.
So you don't care.
Yeah.
Control center's still dark.
But yeah, no, so the one thing that's always really impressing about the Destiny community is just kind of the Sherpa spirit, the no Guardian left behind. I mean, it's such a welcoming community. I've made amazing friends here. I mean, Peach here, okay, I may never get to meet him because he's in Australia, but fuck! Oh, no, should not have connected those two words. Can you res me?
I'm gonna come back and res you, yes.
Thank you. That being said, though, I have gotten to meet, a few of my clan members. Might get to meet some more. I'm lucky I live in New York City, so people have a tendency to blow through here, more than if I lived, elsewhere in the country. My clan members are slightly more likely to be like, hey, guess where I'm going on vacation. Sheboygan. Sucker. So yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a good community of people. I think it's just one of those games that tends to attract good people. I mean, also terrible people, but largely good.
Alright, quick side note, you don't have to do,
Find it and flip the switch. Just like I said.
What did they call? Not patrols. The things in patrols, the special things in patrols. What do you call them?
Oh, the activities, the adventures?
Yeah. Yeah, the public events. You don't have to do public events to go towards your class, subclass quest, because I just got it and I can go back to the Shard and get my Night Stalker, which is nice.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
So what did you have to do to get it?
Well, it says do public events, but maybe just playing together helps?
Oh.
Maybe?
Let me see. Oh! Yeah, because I'm at 91% and I haven't done a single public event. So...
There we go.
Sweet. Friendship! This game rewards friendship!
About damn time, too.
Oh god. Well, there was something kind of adorably obnoxious we would do in Borderlands. There was like a special artifact you could get that if everybody in your party wore it would make like little hearts float around your head or your feet or something.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
We were adorable. And the more people who were wearing it, the more hearts there were.
So it's just all hearts all the time.
It was precious. I wish there was like Destiny friendship hearts.
We're up and running.
Oh, okay. I get a reward.
Chief among them,
You do.
Oh, do you have thoughts?
I have a plan, but it won't work.
What is it again?
We intercepted a priority 1 Red Legion signal during the city
Mechaneer's
evacuation,
trick
but we can't crack the
sleeves
encryption.
increases the armor's
Holiday says there's tech
mobility.
that can do the job in
Oh
that
no,
hall,
spring-loaded
Oh.
mounting
which
includes
is
sidearm
effectively
ready.
hostile territory.
The middle one,
Good.
which makes
Blind.
your
The place has been dark for centuries.
Arc.
powers
What we know
regenerate
for sure
faster.
is the hive is raising hell down there. Perhaps
Yeah.
literally.
Oh, can
Just
you
'cause you've only
re-roll
got
it
the arc
though, so
strider.
it's not just
Let's
arc?
put the plan into
I
action.
don't know, but you've just got arc for now. So,
Got it.
and you're more likely to be
And the other
using the arc
ones-
subclass than to be using a sidearm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but it looks like... Oh, wait. I don't even know what they are. Oh, I see. So the actual exotic thing is in the middle, right? Oh, the other one's hand cannon ready speed. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good choice. Can I even put it on now or no? Do I have to wait till 20?
No, you can put it on now.
Sweet. Look at me. Moving up in the world. Oh, and there's one where you said you could then pull it out of the kiosk later, and it's like...
Yeah.
Better or whatever.
And it's high level.
Got it. Sexy. So this is the new... Is this a new patrol area then?
This is the Titan patrol area. Yeah.
Got it. Alright, so the hand cannon, my melted hand cannon's still 91%, so apparently it's probably killing things together.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you complete the main little bit for each area, it unlocks the unlocks the patrol area. So once you complete the main story for the area, you can do the patrol.
Oh, look at all these things.
Oh yeah, and they actually sell pretty nice stuff, and Glimmer's easy as hell to get right about now, so...
So is it worth, yeah, I guess I was gonna say, like, is it worth, like, buying the stuff, or am I just going to get, like, better stuff immediately, so it doesn't even matter?
I would say it's worth buying the stuff because it'll boost your light level, which will then get you better stuff.
True. So, like, her gauntlets, and I definitely have enough Glimmer, her gauntlets are 106 and mine are 92. So it's not like a huge upgrade, but I guess, like,
Yeah.
what else am I using my Glimmer on right now anyway?
Just got
Absolutely
dropped in
nothing. I don't even know if like heavy synths and special synths are a thing anymore. I don't think they are.
today. Just got dropped in today. Dismissed.
Ooh. Good point.
I'm almost power level 200. I need
Nice.
boots and a helmet. And a heavy
I'm
weapon.
93.
Oh,
Well,
but
it's,
I'm
you
level
know-
20, so...
Oh, nice. Well, it's also funny because I was playing Destiny with one of my IRL very good friends, and he's played for the first time, and he was so over-analyzing every gun and every stat, but he was like level 7 or 8. I was like, just until it's purple, go for the big number. Only evaluate them if you really don't like an arc. Like if you don't like hand cannons, just delete all the hand cannons. But beyond that, just like go for the big number. Don't overthink it. Because I was just looking like, oh, what about this scout? I'm like, oh, what? No. I'll get attached to guns when they're for keepsies.
Here we go. We'll do this public event, and that way, you'll be able to do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
You subclass quest.
Oh, is there like an actual quest to get it then?
Yeah. So once you've completed the 100%, you then have to go. You know the subclass quest from the Taken King?
Yeah.
Basically the same thing.
Alright. What does rally the flag mean? Is that my way of joining the event?
I think so. Yeah. I just
Alright.
hold X whenever I come up to one of these.
Yeah, I mean, video games have basically taught me hold X in order to reasons.
Do stuff. Yep.
Just... Oh! Well, actually,
Oh,
that's
that's
like
cool.
a perfectly great story. What?
The way you sit now, like I'm a female hunter, but
Yeah.
you don't sit cross-legged anymore.
I know, which... It's kind of like, it was slightly like infantilizing that the women sat all dainty with their legs closed, but
Which I liked, yeah.
Because I do sit dainty with my legs closed. Mostly because I wear skirts all the time, so it would be very
This dude's already got a...
bad.
You're level 7! Where's my exotic chest piece?
But yeah, so anyway, a good story about what happens when video games teach you to hold up, run up to things and hold X. So I ran through, before I met Peach doing Crota. But before Peach, I had run with the same two get shit done. So my first time doing Vault of Glass, basically, was with the two insane, just sit there and die, like, kill everything guys. The girl with all the farm hands, one of said farm hands, the 12-year-old who called me the C word, and another guy who was really, really cool. I actually am still friends with one guy from that raid. But again, nobody was doing a very good job of explaining. We were just doing it on normal. We were just trying to do Vault of Glass on normal, but nobody was doing a good job of explaining basic raid mechanics, what I should even be doing, and then would just get upset when I just wouldn't magically know what to do. And so we finally beat the oracles, and so I walked up to the middle and saw like a glowing bright thing with an X, and I went, oh, okay. Video game says run up to thing with glowing X and hit X, so I did that, and then suddenly I was like holding a relic, and I was like, don't know, and I killed everybody who was standing by where the relic was, so that was also fun. And then here's the funny thing, was they all started yelling at me as if this was like the worst offense I could have committed. Do you know how many raids I've been in where I've told newbies to pick up the relic just for shits and giggles and be like, okay, let's wipe. It's fine, because it doesn't matter. It's a checkpoint. You can fucking wipe at that point. But they were like so yelling at me. I was like, I didn't know. I just ran up and held X. What? In what game is that a bad thing?
In Destiny. That's when it's a bad thing.
Just in Destiny. It's just, hey, to be fair, most of the time it is still a good thing in Destiny. I just happened to find the one situation when it wasn't.
Good job.
I have still yet to trigger the heroic version of that.
The heroic version of what?
Of the of that particular public event. Sorry.
Oh, there's like different versions.
Yeah, so there's always the ones that spawn is the normal version, and then each one of them has a certain mechanic that you can do. Like that one, you have to shoot the little side vents that are on it that open at certain times. So you shoot that on there, and then it switches over to a heroic version, which gives you more loot and better stuff. Yeah.
See, yeah, like I've been telling her when I play with. Unfortunately, I've just been so busy. I haven't, and wanting to avoid spoilers, that I am now in a weird situation where I just have no idea what's going on in terms of mechanics. I just kind of want to enjoy reconnecting with people I haven't played with in a while, because I've kind of been off a video game break for a few months, and just kind of exploring stuff fresh, and then maybe I'll hunker down this weekend and be like, so... What, though? Like, what am I doing? Okay, return to the Travelers...
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say, I was exactly that. I was actually gonna go and do my, subclass thing. Which I wonder if we
do you
can
have
do
to
together
return
even
to
though
the
it's different.
Traveler's Shard?
Yeah. But I'm doing it for my Void. You'd be doing it for your solo, wouldn't you?
Well, we'll find out.
See how we go. Destinations. Actually, no,
Hold
you
on,
have
I
to
think
do it.
I'm... Yeah. Hold on. I can't wait to start getting nice cloaks again. That's really what it's about, right?
Yeah.
So I just
There's
got an
not really that many
arcology... arcology token. Bring this to Sloan and Siren's Watch. Oh, okay, so there's like easy tokens, arcology tokens. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
exactly, yeah.
Is it best to hold on to those things until you're like level 20?
Not really.
Like, does it matter?
I've put in pretty much every one that I can, and I still haven't gotten a full level yet. Not that I've picked up a whole heap, but I've picked up a decent amount.
Okay, true. You're also the person who, like, once went through all of your glimmer, buying a million, what were you doing? You were trying to level up, like, New Monarchy, so you went through, like, all the glimmer and all the everything you owned and turned it into synths. Why? You were, like, standing at the kiosk for, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was basically just turning everything into synths and then giving those synths to what's his face, to New Monarchy.
Yeah.
And that turned out to be not
But
that
why?
great because I only leveled up like just to get better stuff.
Ah. Alright, it looks like we have to go to the Shard of the Traveler solo.
Bugger. Okay, I'm gonna leave.
Oh, fuck.
And then figure out how to go to the Shard of the Traveler because
Earth. Earth. And then it's like towards the top. If you miss it, I'll be shocked. It's
oh yeah, that's right. There we go. It's a big old triangle.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the crit spot in, like, you know, 1980s video game boss. Just like, shoot here! Glowing red tummy. So you must be thrilled that I'm on my best streaming behavior because I haven't harassed you in any kind of verbal Australian manner.
Yeah, exactly. Not yet. I like that little thing at the end. Yet. I knew that was coming too.
We started a tradition when we...
You started, but yes.
I started.
This forest again.
I'm a terrible person. That when Peach would join the... But I got other people doing it too, kind of, and...
You do!
That I take pride.
You do!
I know. Well, you know, some women use their powers of persuasion to get children to mine their minefield farms for them. I use my powers of womanly persuasion to get a bunch of people to mock an Australian teenager. That
is not that much better. Especially when you put it like that.
So, the tradition became when Peach would come into the party, we would all put on our worst... like, Simpsons, no, not even Simpsons, at least, I think, tries to pretend that it knows how to, like, do Australian. We would do so much worse, like, oi, oh, here comes Peach, the, like, little Peachy Poo, come with the Didgeridon't and his dingoes and the chlamydia-ridden koalas.
So bad, it's so bad.
Oi, is it not how you talk down there? Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim
No,
chim chiroo.
especially when... Exactly, you just switched to British so fast. Honestly, if you could sound like the sweeper dude, I wouldn't even be that mad because that's a sick as hell bloody accent. But you can't. Where am I going? Oh, that's right. I turned my HUD off. Give me a second. Like, where am I going? I've got
Of
nothing.
course you did. Meanwhile, I immediately took a side journey. I was like, oh, there's a lost sector thing here. Let me do that.
See, this is
and
different,
I'm gonna die
apparently.
horribly.
Oh, there is a lost sector thing here. Cool, I'm gonna go do that.
It's a little not easy. I've died twice, but I'm terrible at this game, so. But yeah, so we basically part of the problem is it wouldn't be that bad if we just greeted Peach like that and then moved back into normal discussion, but
they don't.
No, it goes on for probably an uncomfortable amount of time. I mean, in my defense, yeah, I got none.
Exactly. Oh my god, even the Taken looks so good.
It does.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Destiny 2 does look awesome. Except, oh my god, this is just so many. There's so many Taken. They're so angry. I think they're a much higher level than me.
If they've got a red symbol next to them, then yes, they're a lot higher level.
They do. They do. They do, and they are.
In which case, that's going to be hard to tell if you actually complete it.
Well, can I come back to this?
I think so, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure it just opens up a new spot for you to actually explore. I'm going to assume so, because how would you get to the lost sectors otherwise?
Well, I don't know whether this is the kind where it's like, you know, you only get one. Jesus. I don't know whether it's like the kind of thing where you only get like one shot.
One opportunity. Yeah, I don't know. I actually am really not entirely sure.
Yeah. Well, the recommended light level's 200, so I got that going for me.
I wouldn't assume so, because you're nowhere near level 200 when you get that class, subclass quest.
True.
Like, I'm only just on like 199 now, and I'm level 20.
So, safe to assume that
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't fuck with these guys just yet. I mean, never let it be said that I run away from a fight, but I'm totally running away from the fight. Nope, I'm running back to the fight. Jesus. Alright. Let's see if I can kill them again. Oh, if I'm suddenly very good. If I'm suddenly much better than I thought I was. I mean, you know I'm very good at soloing difficult content.
Oh
It's
yeah, no,
basically, you know, yeah.
you're amazing.
Yeah, that's what my reputation, you know, I've got a reputation to uphold.
Honestly, once you get the right sidearm, they're actually not terrible. Either that or I'm just getting used to using it.
I mean, I've killed a fair amount of guys. I just don't know how many more there are.
They go on for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
Like, I only just finished mine.
Well, oh god. Well, I got through the first room. How many rooms are there?
Generally 2 or 3, then the boss room. Or it might be 3 including the boss room. Yeah, there's a boss at the end of them.
I would retreat if I could remember which way was retreat. Probably not towards the enemies.
Yeah, so the way they're set up is, yeah, I think it's 2 or 3 rooms, and then at the very end you get to the boss room, you've got to kill the boss, which then unlocks the cache, the weapons cache at the end.
Yeah. I'm going to retreat. Hey, you know, I just noticed there's no visible experience bar. You need to click in to see it.
Either that or kill something. Yes. Oh, another lost sector. Yay. You can definitely get to... Yes, 100%. You can get to these places afterwards because I've already been to this lost sector.
Okay. Alright, good. Then I'm not going to... I'm not one who feels the need to punch that far above their weight. Like, oh no, I could totally solo this thing that I'm like 100 under. Yeah.
I'm glad mantling is the thing. I like mantling.
I would have been much more glad had that been a thing in Kingsfall.
Yes.
So, my first time going through that jumping puzzle. Well, no, the first time wasn't so bad. Because I was on my hunter. I've always been a hunter. Like, I've always considered myself a hunter main. I'm now pretty well. By now, I mean, by the end of Destiny 1, I was pretty confident on all of the characters. Now, I don't know, because I haven't really played the other two, obviously, yet.
Love the ambiance.
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't played any other character. Because this is a long,
Well, I played in the beta.
long. I played in the beta, but, you know, that was one strike, one mission,
Yeah.
and one map.
But-
like, yay.
But yeah, so the point is, initially, I found it very, very difficult doing the jumps on everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I need to look at this. Cool.
What did it learn?
Cade. Aww.
Oh, the,
Like
yeah, they're awesome.
Obi-Wan
I love those
Starcade.
things.
Aww. But yeah, so I actually did okay on the first King's Fall jumping puzzle on my Hunter, but then the first time I tried it on my Titan, it was a struggle.
Oh, yeah.
And I finally made it to like the halfway point to like the loot room or whatever. Whoa.
She leaves the
Sorry, just
rifle
around.
and walks across the naked obsidian into the swarm, firing from the hip as she goes, each kick of the old revolver a word. The stone smokes around her where the arc fire lashes it, and the shrapnel guns throw up leaves of obsidian like glass butterflies. She shoots her bandoliers dry, and a team of vandals in glassy stealth leap up to rush her with knives, but she raises her hand and burns them down with the golden gun, laughing.
Huh. Okay, this is neat.
Oh, you didn't cut out?
Oh, no.
You weren't
Sorry,
quiet
I
for a
went
long
quiet.
time.
I did. No, I'm like looking at these like they were doing like narration around these.
Oh, the
glass
holograms?
statues things.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
What's interesting is the first one is a solid entity that you can shoot and hit, like obviously not damage.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are all transparent. You can't actually hit them or run into them or shoot them or anything.
Huh. But yeah, so anyway, so the first King's Fall, I got to like the halfway point, like I guess the safe room or whatever, and got like fevered out or whatevered out, just like kicked out. And when I reconnected, it put me at like the beginning of the jumping puzzle. I immediately orbited back out, said, fuck it. Pull me back in when you're at Oryx. I'm not doing that again. I'm done. I'm out. Bye. I was just like, pull me through. No. No means no. This is awful. Me and platforming. So yeah, I would have relished mantling there, because how many fairly successful runs through King's Fall jumping puzzles were ruined by like, but my toes hit.
How many of the aura grabbing or orb grabbing, whatever it was, in the actual boss mechanic itself, would that have saved?
Oh,
These light
God.
projections might be lessened.
That would
Like
be
you
lovely,
just buggered up the Titan jump when you main a hunter, or just undershot, or forgot that you don't have a double jump on a warlock,
Yeah.
which I've
Well,
done
that I
plenty
wouldn't
of
know.
times.
I was never allowed to run.
So I say what I want to say.
Oh, really?
Every day.
Really?
No secret. I say,
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah,
Still haven't run.
because of the whole.
we need its help.
Well,
You
no.
still
but
haven't
then,
run.
No, because what happened was at first
Nakura looks at
running
it,
was
goes,
really
"Look,
hard,
you know,
so it was like
sometimes you don't
relegated to the really hard, like the really good people. And then when everybody got
Says
comfortable, by then everyone was kind of
Problem isn't
bored
just that
and
we
wanted
can't
quick
find
runs,
rest.
and nobody
Problem
was
is
willing to
precisely
deal
because
with the
Ah.
struggle run that's required. And then I started doing Sherpa runs, and it's hard enough getting Sherpies to like stand on the plates properly and shoot the ogres properly without also like trying to learn how to run. So I always had many times when I was trying to practice running, I was like, well, since I'm doing the nice work of Sherpaing, I'll use this as the opportunity to learn how to run. And instead, I couldn't even learn because they couldn't get on the plates properly. Because it's hard, it's very hard, it's not their fault, but it's like basically you can't learn a new difficult role while everybody is learning new difficult roles. It was too much. So then enough time passed and I would just do fun runs with friends, and either, before I could even ask, someone would be like, I want to run, I'm always the runner, I want to run, and I just didn't feel like fighting it. Then finally I was like, no, come on guys, like this is maybe the last time we run it, I really want to run, oh, okay. And so just as we're like gearing up, like someone hops on the plate, like, oh, sorry, I just did it out of habit, well, sorry, and just like went for it, so I was like, oh, well. So yeah, at this point, how many times have I run King's Fall and still never even got like a full chance to like run at Oryx? So I've given up. And now I don't even know if I could convince enough people to like boot up the game.
Yeah, to even go into the game, let alone go that far into the raid.
Yeah.
Let alone do
we
a
have
raid.
like a bunch of people. We have a bunch of people who straight up uninstalled. Like, some people like to play up room, oh yeah, they just like straight up uninstalled Destiny, so they're not even hopping back for nostalgia nights anytime soon, they're done.
I've got a 2 terabyte bloody hard drive sitting behind it. I've only got 500 gigs internally because it's only the cheap Xbox One.
Well, yeah, part of me just wants to be like, why haven't you all gone to Best Buy? Like you
it's
can
like,
get
what,
drives
for you guys
so
probably
cheap now.
50-60 bucks for a decent
About
2
that.
terabyte for you
About
guys.
that. Yeah.
Mine retailed at a little bit more, but I got it cheaper because I worked there at the time. Only because mine's a Seagate, and I'm actually gonna get some proper stuff for my to run my games off of.
Oh, am I doing it? Am I getting my power? Getting my power. Yay, I got a new subclass that I'm not going to use that often.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't like the gunslinger.
The only good thing about the gunslinger is the fact that with one of the perks you can now do a precision shot damage for the gun. That's about it.
Oh, nice.
So
Hey,
for
look,
staggering
I'm not
bosses
like-
and things like that, maybe yeah.
I'm not like, fuck the gunslinger, and I'm like, I'll pull it out. I've used it plenty of times, you know. Oh, it was great in the challenge, like in the challenge Crota for the Oversoul. Yeah. Oh, of course. Like, but like it's one of those things. It's my least favorite subclass, but that's not doesn't mean it's not a bad subclass. It's just always going to be like, you know, it's just my least favorite. It's like your least favorite child. You still love it, but it's your least favorite. Sorry, is
You
that
know what
not
I
how
just
it works?
realized?
Your least favorite child?
Oh wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's a different No,
That gets
not
dark.
you, not you. No. Do you know like how much did you play Call of Duty? Enough to remember what a couple of
Which
scopes
one?
look like? Any of them. You know the standard drop
yeah, well,
skirt that's got
I
like
played
3
Con a
lines?
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, the Night Stalker now has that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which is awesome
Yeah,
because
we
then you
talk-
could actually learn.
And you know, I know we talked about this a lot, but we actually do, if I ever have more time to game, need to go and play Black Ops 2 now that it's backwards compatible.
Oh yeah, that's right, it is too.
We only played that once together. It was you, me, and your mate, and
Which,
it was
yeah.
odd because you insisted on playing a custom game where basically you two just hunted me down on a boat.
And you actually managed to kill us a decent amount. Or at least
I
kill
know,
me.
because sometimes in the movies, the young woman who is like lured onto the boat by strange men trying to kill her actually does manage to kill them. Only in
Sometimes.
the movies.
When
Only in
you're
the
salt.
movies. In reality, she dies horribly.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, could at least one of you be on my team? You're like, nah. Like, okay. Well, I think the problem was that you guys were playing split screen because you were over his place, so you both had
that's
to
what it
be on the
was,
same
yeah.
team anyway. Yeah. I don't think it was like maliciousness, but I was like, this is a little 2 against 1 in a game that you guys know a lot better than me. That, I mean, we want to talk about games where I never let my identity slip. I just never talked on mic there. Like,
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Yeah, you did not talk at all.
no. No, that is not that is not the best environment for it. That's
No.
one thing. It's like I always felt fine playing in Borderlands, Destiny. I know there are some. I know some other girl gamers have had issues in Overwatch. I haven't, but I don't play in open lobbies. I only play Overwatch with friends, so I can't really speak to that. How long do I have to keep running through this fucking meadow killing things? Like, it was fun at first. Do I have to do something to, like, end this part of the quest, or...
I don't remember. Kill everything, generally, is what it was.
Oh, it just takes so long. I'm just like, it's like, unlimited power, this is so fun. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's a
Move
little bit
on.
like that with that one.
Well, I'm weird. Like, one thing I think I varied a lot from my Destiny friends, I never got into Mayhem Clash. Like, I never
loved
enjoyed
Mayhem
it. It's like,
Clash.
again, I don't hate it, but like Unlimited, I don't enjoy Unlimited anything. I like feeling the accomplishment from earning things, you know? Like, kind of unbridled joy of excess, like, kind of quickly wears on me, just in everything, really.
So you never enjoyed like god modes or modded lobbies or anything like that?
No, well, no, I enjoy them briefly, basically. It's like I enjoy
Oh,
them
okay.
for a little bit, and then I'm like, alright, can we go back? Like, yeah. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Like, again, not like, fuck this, fuck you, you're wrong for liking it. For me, it's just like, okay, that was fun, but I prefer, like, a little more challenge.
See, when I used to mod Halo back on the PC, Halo 1, and it was so nice just to... Oh, I died. It was so nice and I found it so fun. Like, I would switch out... I think one of the craziest things was every gun that I could... no, which was every gun, actually. So every gun I switched out for... Instead of shooting bullets, it would shoot tank rounds. So, yeah. And it would, like, shoot 2 or 3 of them at once. My computer could barely run it. But the fact that it could run it was amazing.
Well, yeah, and like, look, I like I said, it's like stuff like that is fun. I mean, hey, Ice cream is awesome, but if you told me I had to eat ice cream like well, in fact, so there's this is probably you probably don't have this in Aussie land, but we have this stuff called Halo Top ice cream here that is
Never heard of it, but yep.
it's debatably healthy. It's like
Okay.
it's low calorie, high protein, but it actually tastes good. What it comes down to is, if you're going to eat ice cream, this is a good one to pick, but that doesn't mean it's like a nutritious health food. But some people have tried just for giggles to see if they can a week. Low calorie, but they never fucking want to eat ice cream anytime soon after that, because it's like you're living the dream initially, like, oh my god, I can just eat ice cream unlimited, and then actually what it comes down to is, fuck, I have to eat ice cream.
I just realized that for my stream, I haven't been using... Hi, everyone. I haven't been using my microphone, so... Not that anyone's gonna watch my stream, but yeah. All my party chat, so you've been safe on both parts there.
Oh, good.
I'm just trying to figure out... Can I not, change where my party overlay is in the middle of it? Oh, not my party overlay, sorry, my Twitch overlay, because there is stuff down there and the Twitch overlay is on it.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. On mine, and it's frustrating.
Oh, I'll figure it out later.
Well, hopefully all of your audio is coming through.
It would have been coming through on yours, just not on mine.
Oh, okay. Good. Because otherwise...
Because, yeah, I've included mine on yours for ages, like, since you started broadcasting, so don't worry about that.
Got it. Because otherwise that would just be tragic. Alright, now what do I do next? There's the farm, the earth. I guess I gotta look at milestones. Complete Utopia on Titan.
Oh, I got an emblem. Nice. For completely upgrading one way of my Night Stalker. Cool.
Nice. Okay, so when it says do Utopia, but I can't fly right to it, does that mean I have to, like, go to the patrol and then hike to it?
I think so, yeah.
Well, fine. So there doesn't seem to be as much reason to go to the farm, or the tower, or whatever. Like, yeah.
Not really, no.
Yeah, not like the base game where you're running through every 2 seconds.
I'm gonna go finish my, thing that I was doing before. Yay. Because I can't even get to the farm now. I want to get to the farm, but I cannot, so...
Got you.
Because in place of the farm is this certain thing, so...
Yeah. You are the worst. This is with Peach, because Peach is in Australia. Well, no, so...
I got it ages early.
Well, no, but I think with Taken King, it wasn't... It released at the same time. It's just that, like, you were up and playing earlier, right?
With Taken King? Yes, I think it was with Taken King. I couldn't do it for Rise of Iron, I fell asleep.
But yeah, so...
Because it was 3 AM because on your time zone it's 10 AM PST, so for me it's 3 AM the next day.
Got it. Yeah, so I think what had happened was, because now this one was, like, rolling, so Peach definitely got it, like, way before us, but, with Taken King, it was more just that it came out, I think, at the same time, but you were had been up earlier or later and playing the hell out of it.
Yeah.
So, so me and Testa, who I played with earlier, and our other friend, we're going through, and Peach hops into the party just to say hi, and we're like, no spoilers. Oh, no, I know, I won't say anything. And then, yeah, we're chit-chatting, and then a minute later, he'll be like, you're gonna be really happy that you all, like, made fun of all those, like, rocket launchers with, like, shank burn. You're gonna be so happy if you still have them. We were like, well, that's kind of a spoiler! Like...
See, I didn't even think of that at the time.
We're like, that's... Stop. So you kind of killed us. You kind of killed us. And we're like, dude, no.
The Void Walker grenade is so pretty. I'm so glad they didn't make this 60 FPS. If the trade-off was... Like, I would love 60 FPS, but if the trade-off was more pretty shit and bigger areas for, you know, 30 extra frames, then yeah, I'm gonna take the prettiest stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care about the frames.
I mean, my eyesight isn't that great, so the whole
Yeah, that
difference
was my
between-
second point.
Yeah, 30
Yeah.
to 60 frames is not gonna make that huge of a difference in my enjoyment. Just, I can't. Pearls before swine with me,
I can
I
see
just
it.
can't tell the difference.
I can see it in games like The Witcher 3, but it doesn't seem to have that great of a frame rate in general.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, what do you have to do to unlock the epic version of this tank?
with the tank, I'm pretty sure you've got to shoot the side vents. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So they'll only open for like, I think it's 3 or 5 seconds tops.
Got it.
I like that this mission is in a somewhat social space, so you're not the only person shooting all the shit if you're lucky enough.
Nice.
That's the last scorch cannon. Raiding parties won't get their claws on these.
Ooh, level 10. Look at me moving up in the world.
Nice.
I mean, that's actually not that bad. I played, Oh. I think... Here's a second walker. That sounds like we unleashed the heroic version.
Yeah, probably.
I turned around, I'm like, what is still stomping so angrily? When I saw the thing die. That's horrifying. Nobody expects an extra fucking walker.
No, they don't. Haha.
We felt those explosions from here, but we're still
Where'd
standing.
this fucker? Oh, and I got an
Fallen
achievement.
are not.
I
High
think I got my first achievement. I think that's the first achievement I've gotten
Oh,
in
really?
this game. Yeah. What's up with that?
Like, what was the achievement, or why is that your first achievement?
Why is it the first?
There's not that many achievements in this, I guess.
I don't know. It's one of those things where, like,
I'll have a quick look through.
I didn't realize I wasn't getting them until I got one, basically. I was like, oh, right, how is
Yeah.
that the first one I've gotten?
So the 3 that I've got is acquire each hunter subclass, which I've only just gotten.
Okay.
Only 1.69% of people have done that, so it's most of the achievements are still diamond achievements.
Okay.
The second one that I've got is reach level 20, which I only just got a couple of hours ago. And the other one that I've got is complete a heroic public event.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright.
So So that's my 3 that I've got, and
I
2
mean-
of them require playing the story missions.
Yeah, like, I'm not, like, I don't know, it's funny how some games are like, look, you get all the achievements, like, you don't need that, like, I don't need, like, you did the opening mission achievement, like, yeah, I don't need that, but on the flip side, it's a little weird when they're like, but
There's
none.
only 13 achievements. One looks to be finding Zer, that's the emissary from beyond.
Ow.
One is complete the raid or nightfall on prestige difficulty. These are high achievement points.
That's what
120, 80.
That's what I was gonna say. It sounds like there's a lot, but you need to be really high level to get them.
Complete 30 challenges. Collect 15 exotic weapons or armor. Complete a nightfall strike. How have 0.03% of people already done that? Holy shit.
Nightfall?
Yeah, Nightfall's available straight away, but they must have burned through everything. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've had like 36 hours at this point.
Which for speedrunners isn't, is a decent amount of time.
I mean, for me, I'm gonna have how many years to replay all this content? In the very least, have they even like put a time frame for the next DLC? I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think the next DLC
December.
will be a year away. Okay, so there. Yeah, so at least it's not
Yeah.
super far away, but.
At the moment, this I've seen people saying that it's going to be the 5th, because that's when stuff like the Cold Heart Fusion Rifle and things like that release for everyone else. But
Oh,
I
interesting.
don't know. That seems a bit early.
So wait, the pre-order bonus for those isn't like it's not a you get it and no one else gets it. It's a you get it early.
Exactly.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's kind of shitty. I mean, well, I don't know. I'm of two minds. And on the other hand, it is kind of nice to not punish people like, oh, sorry, you didn't have the money to
Who
plunk
just
down.
didn't
You'll
order
never
early.
get this thing. Like.
Yeah.
So in that, like, or definitely with the feud, like, I definitely wouldn't have advocated keeping the exotic away from people, but it would have been nice to get, like, an actual, like, emblem or set of shaders or just something, I don't know. It's like something slightly more permanent.
Tangible. Yeah.
Ooh,
A broken
I just died
server.
horribly.
These parts are extremely valuable. The hive corrosion must be really bad for the Fallen to abandon it like this.
There's a room full of those dog things, the war beasts, and I want to kill them, but there's like a good 20 or so, and they're all sleeping, so I'm just gonna leave them sleep.
Well, meanwhile, I was in a really cool room with, like, spooky shit happening, and then I died, and it respawned me with, like, what's her face? Sloan.
Hawthorne?
Sloan.
All ears.
Sloane.
Just like, oh,
Hawthorne is so far my least favorite character.
which one's Hawthorne?
The chick with the dots on her face.
Oh. Damn it, though. That was, like, cool. That was a cool little area I was in, and I have no idea. I just kind of wandered there, and I have no idea how to get back. Wait,
The Night Stalker feels very, very nice.
jealous.
So does the Blade Dancer, actually. I like the fact that they've added punch to the Blade Dancer.
The Blade Dancer just feels a little
Even if it
less
is only one.
squishy this time.
Mm-hmm. Now it feels like none of them feel particularly squishy, but the Gunslinger would probably be the squishy-est.
Yeah, but that's because you're... I mean, with the Blade Dancer, it was always just really hard, because it's like, oh, so you want me to run up in there, do you?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
yeah, many a blade dancer has gotten themselves into trouble just rolling up in shit. Hey, I'm actually starting to get blues now. Got my first blue weapon. I'm a grown guardian.
Okay, that was a cool cutscene.
Yes, we getting towards the end.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much there. By the feels of it.
And that's interesting though, because you've
Oh Jesus! Oh shit! Run!
stop. No
Sorry.
spoilers. No spoilers from the future.
No spoilers, but I'm just running. That was not what I expected. That's all. No spoilers.
Oh god, I have a hand cannon and a sidearm equipped. Those handle differently, and it's tough when you're expecting one and get the other. Alright, I hate multi-level waypointing, where I feel like I end up running around in circles a lot. Whoa! I also hate unexpected bosses. I hate them less when my super is here, though. So the high-value targets mostly just get you tokens, I guess? Maybe occasional loot?
I actually don't think I've killed the high value target yet.
I doubt that. I mean, you... I just... That's
Okay,
so statistically unlikely.
I've never actively looked for a high value target then.
Oh, I haven't. I haven't, like, sought them out. They just appear in my way. That's why I'm saying, like, I just highly doubt you haven't killed one, because they just appear randomly. They're the big yellow name guys.
Oh, okay, then I might have run into a couple.
That would be my guess. You play twice as much as me, I'm guessing you run into a couple.
The melee distance is so much further now.
Is it?
It feels like it. It feels like almost a warlock melee distance.
Well, Bungie does love warlocks. I guess I just haven't tried to punch much.
That's like 80% of my kills is punches.
I would say that was true.
Because it somehow
in
feels
Destiny
more
1.
effective.
Well, it wasn't because it felt more effective, it was more because I was prone to panicking and smashing buttons.
I would really love a couple of heavy synths right now, that would be nice.
Yeah, I guess it's just of the past.
Halliday has detected an unusual amount of electricity being redirected into the arcology.
No good,
Yep.
more jumping.
Juice like that can only mean one thing.
I would say this is not my favorite
Powerful ones. Maybe
set
powerful enough to be
piece
put
in
back to
Destiny,
boss
just
signal we accepted.
Titan or whatever it is. It's just like,
Titan,
know.
yeah, it's
So
It's
you're
not the
gonna have to
nicest one.
swoop around.
it's so industrial. I mean, Venus. I think Venus is just hands down my favorite place to spend time on Destiny.
I don't know what comes next.
I was gonna mention something before and I only just remembered it. But I forgot that because Celestial Nighthawk is still a thing, and now you can do precision damage with your golden gun with the right perks.
Looks like the
That could
Fallen
actually be a
are trying
pretty
to
damn
break
powerful
through
shot.
those tiles.
True. I'm sure.
I don't have a
that'll come up in the
Nighthawk
raid.
yet, which is... Yeah, that'll definitely come up in the raid.
Oh man, I was like, I finally got a blue cloak. I can't wait to put it on. It looks exactly like the green cloak. Like I don't have any flouncy cloaks yet. Just mildly
No, neither do I.
sad and tattered.
And getting precision shots gives you like two orbs each, which is even nicer.
Oh, I'll see. That's a good change.
Yeah, without even killing them, it gives you 2 orbs, and then however many orbs for killing it.
I'm stuck in front of a weird disco wall. Am I supposed to shoot it out?
Yeah, either shoot or punch.
Oh, I actually am supposed to shoot or punch the disco wall.
Yeah. The part he's like, oh, the Cabal tried getting through or whatever it was.
There you go.
Then yeah,
Alright.
you yeah.
I kind of like tried shooting it once, and when that didn't work, I was like, okay, I feel silly shooting a wall, but
Yeah, me too. I'm like, yeah, I'll shoot everywhere, but I shot everywhere but the part I was supposed to shoot.
basically.
Welcome to New Pacific Arcology, the bright future of space colonization in the shadow of Saturn.
Sounds like the Arcology's operating system is back online.
I knew it. Keep an eye out for an OS access terminal. You can use it to pinpoint the CPU network.
Amanda Holloway. Oh God!
I'm gonna mute you for a second because I'm in a very important cutscene. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Over there. One of the access terminals we're looking for. The CPU.
Down there. Oh, please don't jump too So I'm thinking with this, there's a really long cutscene at the end of this that Peach is watching. He's possibly crying one masculine tear rolling down his cheek. Come back knowing all the secrets of the universe. And he'll get to play it 2 more times on other characters. This is what happens when I don't have anyone to watch my back. Clearly, I'm minimally capable of taking care of myself. I mean, I've managed not to kill myself IRL as of yet. Sometimes not for lack of trying. Not always good about looking both ways or across the street, for example. But still. Video game land definitely need a little bit more him.
Okay, you're back.
So, as I predicted, did you cry one masculine tear at this sad ending or beautiful ending or whatever ending? Did you cry?
What for?
Did you cry? Oh, I don't know. Was it the final cutscene?
Yeah, that was the final one.
So, about how long would you say? But you did a lot of the side quests, right? Like,
I did a lot of side stuff as well.
but how many hours?
If
would you
I'm
say?
just gonna, well, what I did seven when it released. No, sorry, I did a bit more. I don't know, it'd probably only take like 7-8 hours to do the campaign itself if you did nothing else. Maybe even less.
Okay.
It's a long campaign. It's a long campaign.
Yeah.
Definitely in Hive territory now.
I think I'm in Hive territory. So, I got so distracted by trying to get the stream set up that I did not get to tell you what happened to me on the way home.
Oh.
So, Peach had messaged me earlier. So, the problem with having a tiny little Australian friend that you found on the streets as a baby and raised as a child, and other non-truths, is his time zone. My initial... Here's the problem I ran into. I had never played online gaming. The thing that got me to try was Borderlands, and how it got me to try was I'd been playing the game for like a month or two and loved it, and I read that there were these like golden keys you can get extra loot from, but in order to use them, you had to get Xbox Live. So I said, well, okay, the hell with it. I'll sign up for a 30-day free trial, and you know, get the keys, cancel, done. Don't have to deal with the crazies online. Instead, of course, I ended up getting sucked in and enjoyed playing with folks. But so the first week that I did it, I had taken the week off in between like Christmas and New Year, so I had like plenty of time off, and all my friends were out of town, so I was like, I'll just spend the whole time gaming like a crazy person. So my sleep pattern quickly devolved into absolute insanity, and as a result, I like most of the people I met playing online that week were from New Zealand and Australia, because I was playing it. I was playing on the East Coast, so I was playing at 3 or 4 my time, you know, and they were playing, or I was playing at like noon, and it was like their evenings. It was just like I was like living a weird schedule, basically. And not to interrupt the story, but real quick, but I am pinned in by the world's maddest fucking shrieker that I can't seem to kill. Like, to the point that I'm like, am I doing this wrong?
There's a crit point, yeah, so the bones are no longer damageable, they'll pop up immune tags. There's a crit point in the middle of it, like there's a point in the middle of your ghost, same sort of thing. You've got to hit that.
I mean, well, okay, I am trying to do with like a shitty, oh god, and now I'm out of all the ammo. It's like, I'm probably not using the best weaponry for this, but it's just like, it is not impressed by anything I'm trying to do to it. But it's very good at killing me. Okay, I'll switch to scout. Okay.
Yeah, the rapid fire, low damage intake shrieker is one of my least favorite of the enemy upgrades.
that was awful, and I didn't enjoy that. But anyway, so a lot of my initial friends were Australians. Shit,
where am I? Oh, okay. Nope, shut up.
So yeah, please.
Yep,
No teasing the giant shanks. But anyway, so the problem with having a friend in another time zone is you don't always get to play with them that much, because time zones. So I was online earlier, but it was just about to head out to the pharmacy and grab some dinner when Peach messaged. She's like, oh, do you want to play? And I was like, well, if this is one of those things where he's only on for 10 minutes, I'll hop on, just like say hi, and then go about like what my plans were. But tonight, as it happens, he's not working. So I was like, oh, in that case, I'm gonna run some errands. I'll be back on in 30 minutes. So here's what happened in that intervening time. I went to the pharmacy, not particularly exciting, picked up some medication because I'm a bit under the weather today, so they gave me all of the drugs for my sinus because my entire head is it's about to fall off. It's so deeply unpleasant. But I'm coming back, and my pharmacy is about like 2 blocks away, not an NBD. I'm walking, and it's starting to rain. Of course, like, because it was 2 blocks away, whatever, I had certainly not, like, dressed for the weather. So I'm standing in the rain, standing at the street light, waiting to cross, and this, like, little woman and a guy, like, tap me on the shoulder. I'm sorry, could we ask you a question? Yeah. I assume that they're about to ask me for directions, and I feel terrible because I've lived in my neighborhood for 6 years and still just don't even know basic directions because I love my neighborhood. It's lovely, but it's where I sleep. I hang out in like other parts of the city. Like, I don't explore a lot. I shuttle between my apartment and the subway, and that's it. So she taps, she's like, oh, can I ask you something? I'm like, sure. She's like, me and my friend here, we go to, like, something divinity school. And I was like, okay. And so we're asking people, have you heard of our Holy Mother in the Bible? And I just
you
went,
serious?
I didn't. I was so confused because at first I thought they were like college students performing like some kind of like
street skit or something.
No, like a survey or something. I don't know. I was very confused. So I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, let me ask you, do you believe in God? And I said, that's a loaded and nuanced question, and it's raining. So I'm sorry. I absolutely wish you the best of luck, but I'm gonna go. And she goes, okay. I hope I get to talk to you again before you die.
Oh, what?
That's what she said to me as I was about to cross the street. I hope I get to talk to you again before you die. Oh, well,
and keep in mind...
like...
Keep in mind that, I had, before, Bex leaving, I had messaged her saying, jokingly, don't get shanked in an alleyway.
Yeah, don't get shanked in an alleyway. Yeah, well,
so,
I almost did.
Yeah.
And also, it's one of those things where it's like, I hope I get to talk to you before you die. Well, on the one hand, I kind of don't ever want to talk to you again. But I feel like saying that is going to definitely make me die quickly.
Sooner.
Yeah. So... basically, it's possible that I'm going to get murdered, like, soon. I don't know. I didn't know how to react to that because she seemed harmless. I was fine. The interaction was like not my cup of tea, but it was fine up until that last comment, and I'm just like, oh, that's okay. Sleep well tonight. Gonna sleep well tonight. Especially, I've been dating a guy for about 2 weeks, and so he texted me. He's sick too.
Nice.
Yeah, he's sick too, unrelated to mine. Briefly, when he told me he was feeling poorly, I was like, and then I was like, no, wait, I have sinus issues. That's my own uncommunicable, no guilt here. But at any rate, he messaged me. Oh, he was texting me. I was like, oh, hey, like, yeah, are you feeling better? I know you were, like, going home from work. I actually stayed home today. I was like, oh, damn, lucky. And, I said, oh, yeah, I'm feeling a little better. He's like, oh, well, you know, I'd offer to, like, bring you some soup, but I'm pretty down, too. I'm, like, stuck out. I was like, oh, no, that's fine. He's like, well, you know, will your cat take care of you? I was like, well... If I perish in the night, he'll help dispose of my body, so I have that going for me. Like, that's about the level of care I can expect from a pet. Just like, you know, dispose of. So I'd already made a morbid joke along those lines, and then you're like, don't get shanked in an alley, and she's like, hope I see you before you die. So TLDR, nice knowing you. I am sure to perish soon. And I just died in Destiny, so I feel like this is like Final Destiny level of like creeperdom here.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Have you got strikes available yet?
I don't know.
Okay.
But we stirred up the entire hive
Why?
colony. It's a long walk to
Do you
the
need to
surface.
do strikes?
They're not gonna make it out of there.
I don't, but whenever you do, I just got a like a medallion that boosts reputation when doing strikes.
Oh,
So
got it.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'm still doing this Utopia thing, because I have a ball, and hopefully I brought my driver's seat in the ball. But yeah, so her horrifying thing reminded me of a Subway ride from hell I had a few months ago. It was great because I was live messaging our Destiny clan chat room about it because I was like, I might die, and I kind of feel like if this is on like the news, I want you guys to send these screenshots of like my final words, because I was on a subway. The conductors just kind of, sometimes you can't even understand. They sound like, I joke, but they sound like the Charlie Brown adults, like wah 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 wah. Like you can't hear shit all normally. So you have that, which is great. But then also, when you can hear them, it's usually just like terrible news. It's just terrible fucking news. But then sometimes they get really chatty too. Just various flavors of conductors. Well, this one conductor sounded very just desolate. It's like, next stop, 14th Street. Next stop.
Okay.
End station. And whatever. Hey, I'm not telling you to like your job. I'm just telling you to drive the train properly, and we're all good. So imagine my horror when he's like, you know, he's like, please stand clear of the closing doors. The train starts moving. He goes, y'all rest with God now. And everyone just kind of looked around like, what? What does that mean? And then he proceeded to straight up skip the next 2 stops he was supposed to make. It was a local train, and he just decided to run an express. So, to recap, depressed sounding station conductor then goes, y'all rest with God now, and starts ignoring the stops that he's supposed to make. At this point, everyone's like, half the train is so probably used to like tuning shit out that they didn't register, and the other half of us who actually heard are looking around in pure panic like, oh, we're all gonna die. He's going to run this train to the end, off the rails. We're all gonna die. This is it. This is my Pix 11 moment. This is how I die. So everyone starts panicking, trying to get reception, and then miracle of miracles, he does end up stopping at the next stop. At which point, everybody leaves the train because even the out of it people have picked up on this is upsetting and bad. The entire train empties, and the worst part is, here's the thing, it's most smart New Yorkers know if a train pulls up and one car's empty, there's a reason it's empty. Or if everybody's rushing out of one car, it's because someone vomited or something, so it's no, get out. When the entire train is emptying at a non-end of the line stop, everyone should stop and try to figure that. Instead, people were pushing past this last scene. We're no, you don't want on the death train. You don't want on the death train. Well, they got on. I never heard about a train horribly derailing and killing everyone, so I guess it was fine. Still don't know what that was about, though.
You see, the
yeah, he was having a bad day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Perhaps y'all rest with God now just means be at peace because life is okay. I don't know. It is an ambiguous phrase. It is not a phrase that necessarily connotes I'm going to take you all down with me. But it was not the most confidence-inspiring phrase I'd heard, basically.
Ooh, this is a very nice shader.
And it's light.
Well, good luck finding 20 more of them.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
It's now pointed at our side.
It's because this is the first legendary chess piece that I've got, and
The war's over. We've lost.
Wait a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, don't apply any shaders until the raid drops. That's an arbitrary rule that I'm setting just for you and your lack of impulse control. I don't know any raid secrets why you need to hold it. I just know you lack impulse control, so wait a week.
We built our home under the protection of the Traveler. When our enemies attacked, we built a wall that stood for centuries.
Hold on, Zavala's feeling
nothing.
sad.
This
you can put.
has taken our home, taken
Oh,
our
that looks
life,
sick. You can put
and
shaders
now
on sparrows.
They threaten our very existence. We're going all in on this almighty.
The only thing that's stopping me is I've only got 3 of these shaders.
Zavala,
I'm
wait.
telling you, wait until Wednesday.
If we wait,
Just
we die.
make that
But
your
if we
point.
attack together, we can
Evaluate
protect our
what you
home,
have in terms
our
of gear and
light,
shaders on
our
Wednesday.
hope, or we die trying. Now, I need my.
I mean, then again, you
time
could always
to-
reacquire shit. It's not
I need
that.
my
No, I doubt
Korra.
anything's. I doubt anything you're getting right now is that precious.
Is that crazy? Yeah, but still.
I'll tell you what
That
is
and I
precious.
wouldn't even be able to have a I wouldn't be able to have a full set because I've only got 3 of them.
That's what I'm saying. Have patience. Patience for once, my young friend. But I'll tell you what is precious now, and it is sleep when I am on the West Coast or on the East Coast, whatever.
Oh,
Sleep.
what time is it?
It's 11 p.m. Not the latest I've been up, but I'm not in
Still
Australia.
late.
It's what time is it for you?
Ready for an assault.
Wait, is it 11 for you? Oh yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, I'm stupid.
you're
It's
late,
it's
let's
one of the arvo for me.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to go to sleep because I do have work tomorrow, and you're going to go and literally do the rest of your day.
Yes, exactly. I still have another 12 hours before I go to sleep.
Yeah. So you'll probably still be up and kicking when I wake up because time zones are funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, well, you're not here in my game, so I'm gonna wave at Sloan and pretend it's you.
And I guess I will salute the gunsmith because that's where I'm sitting.
I mean, I do got gun game. Alright, dude, well, it was good running with you. I will catch you in Destiny soon.
Alright, see you soon.
Bye.